Yes, well, Betty, and the gross impact of the flooding situation actually continues here in the coast region. It has been fairly dry since yesterday. It has not rained, but still the effects can actually be seen. And we're actually giving you a situational update of River Kombeni here, one of the biggest rivers here in Kilifi County, and we are particularly in Rabai constituency. Well, this particular bridge that is just above me, actually one section of this particular bridge has cracks, and this is now sparking a lot of fear here. There is some sort of controlled passage of vehicle here. One section of the bridge is not, people are not allowed, motorists are not allowed actually to ply that side, or they're only using one section. And this is, of course, raising a lot of concern, raising a lot of fear. In the last couple of days, actually, this bridge was quite impassable, as I'm told here by residents. And in the year 2006, actually, the people are giving me a history of this particular bridge of having been swept in the year 2006. Right now, having seen cracks on this bridge, there are a lot of fears that the worst could actually happen. And normally, it's not as big as it is right now. It has quite bulged, of course, given the last couple of days that it has been raining heavily here. Of course, adverse effects of the rain situation continues to be recorded here. Yesterday, we were giving a death toll of 9 having been recorded in the county of Mombasa only, and that is, of course, including the 6 that perished on the other day at Kizingo area in Mombasa. Just to show you how the situation has been here, there are a lot of fears, especially when the weatherman continues to predict that this is just the beginning and more rains could be expected in the next couple of days, Betty.
All right, so what are authorities saying? You talk about that bridge that you're saying is already having some serious cracks. And of course, that is just part of the situation. There's also issues to do with drainage in Mombasa. What are the authorities saying about this?
Well, at this juncture, it is that time that you see authorities actually going blank on some of these issues. Residents are quite clear that some of these issues are actually, they could have been avoided in the first place because they have everything to do with structural and physical planning of the city of Mombasa. Drainage has been and continues to be a big issue in Mombasa County. This is a matter that has been raised time and again. Of course, we've been seeing, not the first time that we are witnessing such sort of floods in the city. And therefore, it is a structural issue that has not been addressed till this day. Areas such as Bombolulu, areas such as Bamburi continue to witness the adverse effects of flooding, but until now, nothing much is done. But actually, if you go, the underlying issue in Mombasa County has everything to do with land grabbing, or rather misallocation of land within the city, and that has seen people put up structure even on water channels, and that is the reason why this water has actually been barred from moving, and reason why it is we saw houses submerged yesterday in Junda area of Kisauni. So basically, it is a structural issue that the leadership of Mombasa County, the leadership of even the national government actually has not properly addressed. Right now, people are living in fear. Yesterday, we also had a situation at the Kenya ferry where there was the ferry actually changed course because there are rivers that pour into the Indian Ocean that completely change the course of water, making the ferry get difficulties to get back to the situation. Therefore, basically, our underlying issues here have everything to do with the structural, the physical planning of the city of Mombasa, and that is why issues as such are happening. And also, on the spotlight has been also the question of the engineers that actually conduct some of the projects that we are witnessing in Mombasa and even in other counties in the entire region. Just to show you that there are a lot of issues that could not actually be all attributed to the natural effects of the rain, but also some are actually human-made, Betty.
All right, now with the weatherman predicting that this is going to be the situation for maybe a couple of more weeks or days, we're not sure. Are there any stopgap measures that are being enhanced, especially for the safety of residents who live, where these floods have been experienced before?
Well, actually, poverty is of great concern in Mombasa County and even in the entire region. And one of the reasons that why the situation cannot be entirely addressed, because there is an evacuation program to try and move people from the flood-prone areas to actually safer zones. This we had the governor of Mombasa speaking about it yesterday. But this may do actually little to really address the problem, because even the evacuation program has been given timelines. They are saying that they'll be doing it for a few days to see whether the weather changes. So it is not indeed a permanent solution to this whole issue. At this juncture, of course, lasting solution is a question that residents are still raising, that there needs to be thought about issues that are rather ways that will address the whole issue entirely, so that this actually is staved off in the future. But right now, of course, the temporary measures to ensure people are safe, it's not going to be easy, because most of these families that live in the flood-prone areas are quite poor, and therefore getting them alternative places to go is indeed quite a huge challenge. And you're not also seeing the leadership really taking this matter quite seriously, because there are areas that have been affected, and you're not even seeing the leadership moving in those areas to try and see whether they can be able to address the real issues.